button and then pull up that. And of course, we start in the studios, and your character, of course, has been here for a couple of years now. You'll probably, your character would remember when the GTL first started off. It was probably some small closet-shaped, sized, uh, studio with like one camera and one mic that the interviewer Olaf and yourself would have to share. But of course, over the last few years, the league has grown a little bit. There's more money in the budget. We've got a little bit better of a better quality, you know,
Yep.
more cameras, more microphones, more lights, maybe even a green screen or two.
Better
Uh,
microphones.
yeah, exactly. And Olaf is there. He's wearing his normal black suit, which has, everybody talks about the Yankees and their pinstripes, right? It's a common
Yes.
joke across a lot of media. So Olaf has pinstripes on his suit as well, but they're like a teal green.
Oh
So
God.
even though it's like really really faint, you can still see just those little green stripes,
So
Um,
it's like white and green.
yeah, well more black, but yeah. So
Oh, sorry, black
yeah,
and green.
I say black, but I'm picturing something a little bit less black than that, so it's like a very dark gray. I'm sure
Okay.
there's like charcoal black or something like that. I don't
Yeah, yeah.
know. But anyway, and then on his lapel, he has a team logo pin for the honeybees. It even has a nice little. If when you look closer at it, you see that it actually has that same, similar to the armor skin that you had.
Oh
Uh,
God. Yes.
yeah, the little honeybee, the
The
honeybee hex field or whatever you want to call it.
yeah, yeah.
The beehive, whatever. Anyways, and then so Olaf's he starts his little spiel. He says, "Welcome back, mech fans. We have another match, only a few minutes away from being ready. We shall see which of these two teams can walk away with their first win of the season. But first, let me say some legalese that I am contractually obligated to say, and that is in conjunction with the media of the Krieg Dominion, supported by the Solaris Broadcasting Corporation and the Donegal Media Group. I am Olaf Krieg, and this is the Triple Press. That's right, here every week with all your mech news, interviews with pilots, techs, managers, and more, bringing you since 3022 the finest in combat sports entertainment. Tonight, the Canopian Honeybees will be taking on the one-time Trinity Cup Champions and longtime powerhouse, the Marik Industrialists. The Industrialists have been there, seen that, and done that. In all our matches, it's rare to see them take a loss, and in fact, in 21 games over 3 separate seasons, the Industrialists have only suffered 4 losses in total. Their pilots are among the most well skilled, and they are still holding 2 advanced battle mechs, prizes they earned from finishing in second place in the 3022 last team standing special mid-season event. And then we have the Canopian Honeybees, the team that has been fighting tooth and nail and buzzing wing to make a name for themselves, and truthfully, the critics are still divided right up the middle on whether or not they are a strong contender. Personally, I like them. They're spunky. You never know what you're going to get and when they take the field, and honestly, who doesn't enjoy a little honey in their tea? Tonight, I think it's safe to say that the Honeybees are more than eager to give the Industrialists their first loss of the new year. Joining me tonight is, of course, the general manager of the Honeybees, Luke Labrador, coming to us all the way from the periphery. Welcome back to the studio, Luke.
Bonjour.
Ah,
Thank
yes.
you. Yes. I'm obviously honored to be back into this season here. This is my let's see here, fourth season
Yeah,
with the 2 interim seasons. Perfect. Um, so I'm going to be generally managing the team again. It's going to be a great season this time. We did great strides in the interim. We did fourth place in the first season when we first competed. All great strides for a new team. And I'm hoping to continue that momentum and continue to be a good contender.
that's excellent, and that's what we're hoping for as well. Now, Luke, it's a new season, so one of my questions is going to be something about what you plan to do this season that hasn't previously worked. For the last 3 years, the Bees have really been pushing hard to make it to the playoffs and get that coveted Trinity Cup. In 22 and 23, such was not the case, always ending the regular season just under the cutoff line. Last year, on the other hand, Honeybees made it to the finals only to be defeated by the Golden Suns. When it comes to leading your team, what are you going to do going into this season that you haven't already done, and what other changes might we expect to see in the coming weeks?
As you so explained earlier, contractually obligated to explain that we need to work on cohesion of our team so that we listen more and stay in position.
I do recall a couple of times throughout the years positioning, which, as they say, location, location, location. But of course, in this arena, perhaps a pun intended there, I don't know. Uh, Positioning is important. Now, as I'm sure you're well aware, the GTL has been a large success since it started in early 3022. In the time since that very first match, we've gained 2 expansion teams, with rumors about others possibly joining as early as next year. Further, we've already heard of a few people being drafted away from their teams in favor of some of the larger stables and cooperatives elsewhere on the planet. Have you considered the possible impact on your team, and what will you do to ensure your team members remain with the honeybees and not go looking for some sweeter honey further afield?
Well, as long as we continue to remain a fan favorite for some of the large groups of people out there, I believe that's plenty of incentive to keep my team running smoothly and in proper conjunction to the honeybees.
Excellent, excellent. Of course, the secret is if you don't do well, nobody will ever notice, but that doesn't really work out for your team.
No.
Speaking of those expansion teams, the Dover Crows and the Rock City Wolverines. I don't know if you've had a chance to interact with any of their management or their pilots or techs, but all indications thus far have been positive. These teams are eager to get out, to get out there and face the veterans of the league. Of those expansion teams, or for that matter, any other team in the league, which ones are you excited to face this year, and which ones might you be less hesitant to encounter again?
Well, the Davian Golden Suns have been the thorn in the side. The Dragonborns, obviously, a senior contender. The expansion teams are deadly and very well organized, but they're also very new to the tournament, from what I understand. I've been off-world, uh, dealing with personal matters, so I haven't been able to continue to interact with the managers as much as I'd like to. But that's going to change now that the season has started.
Excellent, excellent. And I hope whatever those personal matters are, that you've been able to handle things and get them locked away and taken care of.
Well, locked away is not really the term I would like to continue with.
I'm laughing. That's not Olaf. I know the story. That's why I said that. Well, thank you for your answers, Luke. You've given us some thoughts to consider. And as we sit back to enjoy some nice cold beverages and warm, tasty sandwiches that are just now being brought into the studio for us, it looks like it's time to direct our attention to these monitors over here. And yeah, it looks like the match is getting ready. What? Yeah, yep. I'm sorry. I'm actually getting the match starting signal now. So if I didn't know any better, the match is about to start. So let's get on down there and let's see what happens. And then, of course, we'll sit in the studio and do the things that we do. I've got too many windows open and not all of them are working the way I want them. Okay.
Are we at OOC again?
Yeah, we're back out of character again.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you still need
that went
you still need the what you call it, don't you?
Which one? Oh, the IP address. Yeah.
Yep, that you do. Give me one quick second here. All right, I'm gonna throw the intermission screen up just for a quick second because people don't need to see all of that. It is, by the way, in the GTL general pins. I'll go
Okay,
ahead.
give me a second.
Okay, you gonna go find it?
Well, I mean, depends on how fast you are at GTL general pins.
Yep, I'm already there.
All right.
Copy.
Oh, I found it.
Ah, look at that. You got it before I did.
Yeah, I raced you.
There we go. All right, so while you are getting connected and set up, the first thing I'm going to do is give all the pilots and techs 1 experience point. This is the experience point that everybody gets every week, no matter what happens, unless they're injured. So we'll do the Industrialists first because I'm already there. 7, 5, 6, and 3. Okay, minimize that. Now we pull up the honeybees.
You got my roster that I had submitted, right?
Correct.
Okay. I wasn't sure how that was going to work, but the Google Doc seems to be a good way to do it.
Yeah, similar to how I had done it last time around, the 22 season. I've been trying to make sure that what I have matches what you guys have, and what you guys have matches what I have.
Yeah.
As
So you could
retarded as
lock
that
that
may have
document.
sounded. Yeah.
Yeah, you could lock that document. I can give you the rights to lock that document, and all I have access to is the last page.
Okay.
Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if we necessarily need to go that far with it, but we'll jump the bridge as needed. There'll be some bridge
Yeah,
jumping.
I'm not gonna jump no bridges towards putting any extra things to my
No, no,
to
no.
my thing.
It's just
That's not good sportsmanship.
no, it's not. But I think just the way I've been running it and the system that I have in place, it seems like it's working for the most part. So, but
Yeah.
like I said, we'll figure it out as we go.
Okay.
All right, the next thing we need to figure out is sponsorships. You have, let me pull up your roster again. You have a sponsorship that is getting ready to end. That
Oh,
is
that was a spot,
the
not a scratch.
that
Yes.
is the
Let me
+2 wealth
see.
per win. Now you have the choice.
Okay.
You can attempt to retain that sponsorship, and if you even roll really well on it, it'll actually increase one level.
Okay.
If you attempt to retain it and you don't, you still get your normal sponsorship attempt roll. But if you retain it, then that is the sponsorship that you gain. Does that make sense?
Now you reworked money a lot.
I did.
Yeah, so the 2 wealth per win each week is going to be a little bit more vital than it
It is.
was in the first season. So I'm going to actually want to get to level that up if possible.
Okay. Let me pull my rules back up and go to sponsorships, which I didn't write. I gotta
All of
update.
them.
No, I have a
You have
cheat
like your own
sheet.
sheet.
I have a
Yeah,
cheat sheet, and I didn't write down the page number for sponsorships. I've got just about every other major section, but that one. Okay, so this will be a 2d6 roll
okay.
on. Let me make sure I'm not misquoting myself. On an 8 or higher, you retain the sponsorship. On an 11 or 12, it'll actually increase one level. So go ahead and make that slash roll 2d6 right there in the chat bar. Nice! You actually did go up a level. Let me see what the next level is. I want to say it's +3. So you were at +2 wealth. 7. Yeah, so yeah, yours actually does go up to
Ooh.
+3 wealth per week.
That's going to be my one good roll of the night, by the way.
That's usually how that goes. Your first one is the good one. So that starts 3025 start, and then it will end 3029 start. And the reason why it says 3029 is because we are going to be going to the 29. Excuse me, the next season that we play will be 3029.
Yeah, you said you were going to skip a couple years.
Yep, and there's a reason for that, and it's because I don't want to wait.
No, because there's some excellent mechs coming out that year.
Well, that in the fourth succession war is kicking off, and I want to do. There's a in parallel thing I want to do.
Oh, okay.
That
I
because
smell what you're
yeah,
cooking.
because my brain comes up with ridiculous ideas when I do nothing but drive and deliver packages for 8 hours a day.
I get it.
Uh,
I used to deliver carts back to a location at a Sobeys, which is like a Walmart of the United States,
oh shoot.
and I used to play Warhammer at the time, so I was all thinking about
Oh yeah,
strategies
trying
the
to figure
whole
out.
time.
Yep, strategies. What kind of army do I want to build? Yep. All right, the Mariks. They're the sponsorship they got at the beginning of the last season was a +1 GI or Gather Intelligence, which was useless for a
Absolutely.
for a GM team. So I am going to attempt for a whole new sponsorship, and on a total of 5, that means ouch. That means there are no sponsors currently interested in working with the Industrialists, which is really
Oh,
odd considering that they have been doing so well historically.
and
But
that's what I mean by like the honeybees have been like a fan favorite in the sense that
yeah,
they've been getting fans crazy,
oh yeah, you had a
and
bunch of fans.
yeah, like total fans is 15 right now. I got a good amount of wealth. This is
Yeah,
going well.
yeah. All right, so no new sponsorships for the Merrics. Now you selected, excuse me, marketing and training as your
Mhm.
two MWEs for the week. So go ahead. The first one you're going to roll is your marketing. So let me get back over to that one. That'll also be a 2d6 roll.
I forget the slash every time.
Yep. For a total of 8. And for that, you gain plus 2d3 wealth. And I want to be clear because I don't, and nobody's called me out on this yet. Nobody's pointed it out. The reason why it's 2d3 instead of either 1d3 or even 1d6 is because it gives you a slightly better chance of getting more than just one wealth. So you'll get between 2 and 6 wealth.
Yeah.
Now the question I have at the moment is I don't know if Megamech will allow you to roll 2d3. So let's try it and see what happens.
Yeah.
There you go. You're getting +3 wealth. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on your finances. Under other, so this is marketing 3. All right, and then the other one you wanted to do was training. So go ahead and make that 2d6 roll for a total of 4.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, that does not give you. So you guys spend plenty of time out there on the field practicing and training, but nothing's really sticking, or more accurately, perhaps nothing is really nothing new. No new innovations. It's just reinforcing the old drills.
Yes, the cohesion drill.
Yeah, exactly. All right, the Mariks are doing their training. Let's see what we get. We got a 10, and that will give me +1 XP to all pilots and techs, except those that are injured. Nobody's injured, thank God. I mean,
Well, I would hope
I would hope not.
Someone stubbed their toe this morning, right before the match.
Yeah, God, that would suck, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then techs also get some XP. 11, 8, 10. Oops. Okay. Now that we've done that, gather intel, and you said you wanted to do that. I don't see why anybody would not. Go ahead and make your 2d6 gather intel roll. For a total of 6, and unfortunately you don't gain any intelligence as to what is going on with your opponents. Let's see. Wow, you had a couple of plus wealth. So you had the one sponsorship that started at the beginning. So right now, what I'm looking at is if you win a match, you are gaining +5 wealth for each win. Excuse me, +5 wealth on a win each week, and +2 fans on a win each week. You have some really powerful sponsorships. Just as a FYI, that second +2 wealth, you pick that up at the end of the 30-22 season.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be super helpful for you. Let's see. We didn't get the hold on, let me write this down really fast. +5 wealth total. Hopefully I don't miss that when we do the post game. All right, let's go ahead and load the unit list and see who loses their connection. That's always a fun game to play. Jesus, I have so many folders to dig through. This is
I
the
would imagine you
honeybees.
organize a lot of games.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. The paint skin's stuck, and there we go. All right.
Paint skin stuck. Oh, that's right. It doesn't show for me, but I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I think what you need to do is
If you don't mind doing, we do that right now.
I think you need to match.
Where it went for you.
Well, it may need to match directories, but more accurately, you'll have to figure out which directory your
I
paint
have it
skins are in.
under. I have it under Magister of Canopus and other units.
Where do I have it? I have it under periphery. Yeah, I've got magistracy. I actually looked up how to pronounce that. That's why I got anywhere near it. Magistracy of Canopus under the periphery.
Yeah, and do you have it under other units or under the Magistracy of
That's
Canopus?
actually a good question. I just have it under. I
Magistracy.
just have it under the main folder.
Okay, give me a second, because I have it under other units.
Ah.
Um, give me a moment, as they
Mm-hmm.
say in good French. So that's in data, images, camo, periphery, magistracy, other units,
You gotta move it up one.
honeybees.
You gotta move it up one level. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah, and it's not there, but it'll be there next time.
Yeah, because you'll have to. I think normally when you move something around like that, you have to close the program and reload it with the way
I'll
that.
do that right now.
Yeah, but if you do that, you'll disconnect.
Okay, good. I'm staying in. Ooh, contenders.
All right. You're all set. Good to go on your end.
Yep.
All right. Double check your pilots, their pilot gunnery, their edge, and their tactics, just to make sure that everything's correct. Everything is based on your roster, but I am human. I can make mistakes.
2-1-2-2 and normal 4-3. That's right. And configure initiative bonus. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I gotta check the map.
Yeah.
Ooh, I almost screwed that
Yeah,
up.
we're good.
Wow, 16 by 51. That's not what we're playing
Nope.
on. Okay. Assuming everything's good on your end, go ahead and click.
Yep.
Or no, not done. Sorry. You have home field advantage, so you get to choose your starting side, and I'll take the opposite.
Surprisingly, I'm gonna go southeast.
Do it. Let's go. All right. Change start northwest, and once you're ready, click done, and I will follow suit.
All right.
We are off for the Honeybees' first match of the season against a powerhouse of an opponent, the Marik Industrialists. Jesus Christ. The Industrialists do have about a 500 battle value, 570-ish battle value advantage. I think the tonnage is only about 10 or 15 tons off as well. You'll see the question marks there, of course, because of the double blind rules.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. We've got, let's see, you starting in the southeast. That means I'm going to be up here in the woods. Some good cover, but it's also annoying to get out of. Put this guy over here for the time being. Let's put this screen, that, so I can see what the screen looks like. You know what I'm going to do? I've done crazier shit, so let's do this. And while I have gotten over most of my respiratory dysfunctions from being sick a month or two ago, I still suffer from the coughing type of allergy, as opposed to, sneezing.
Yes.
Because why wouldn't I have the more difficult of the one to deal with? All right. Looks like I've got the initiative advantage, although one of your mechs is moving second to last.
Mm-hmm.
It would be, I'm not sure which one that is. That would be your Griffin. Oh, your ERPPC Griffin at that. And
Yep.
ECM. Son of a bitch. Well, it's a good thing I don't need ECM to smack you in the face with a laser.
Nope. But
once I get within 6 hexes of that mech, that's a different story. Things get a little wobbly. What do you have on this not quite standard? Well, it is a standard mech, but what is on this Thunderbolt 5D? Oh my. Okay. Engage the 5D at range. That's what I'm seeing. Jesus.
perhaps.
You got a little bit of long range firepower across the board here. LRMs, PPCs, large
Yep.
laser,
I may have to study a
and
little
more
bit.
importantly, you have that ECM that says you may not want to try to get so close.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty dubious. Not dubious, sorry.
Yeah,
Devious of you.
Yeah, perhaps conspicuous.
Conspicuous. That's an interesting.
Yeah, because it sounds like if I planned that, but
Yeah.
we will determine whether or not I
Well,
plan that later.
we can pretend you planned that. It may have been a
Yeah.
happy outcome. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day,
You will be surprised by how much I blame on my inexperience when it comes to a loss. However, when it comes to a win,
oh,
we will
you
toot some
yeah.
horns.
Oh yeah, you definitely gotta you give credit where credit's due, and you take credit when it's yours to take. And you
Yeah.
know what? Just do the best you can.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Um, because you have the 5S, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more scatter, but not as much focus. But definitely good damage.
Oh yeah, and it's mostly energy. Well, I should say mostly energy. I mean, there's plenty of ammo on the thing,
Mm-hmm.
whereas yours is all ammo. It's all ammo all the time.
Pretty much.
Now, for the fans at home that are not sure what the Griffin 2N is, it's basically the advanced version of a 1N. Of course, it just changed to that. Let me pull the Griffin back up real quick. I already know more or less what I'm going to do. So the Griffin 2N has a ERPPC, two SRM6s, some ECM, and I believe in order to get all that shit to fit, it's using ferrofibrous, the endosteel. Is that the word I'm looking for the internal?
Parafibrous armor
Yeah, the one for
or
the
endosteel armor.
the
Endosteel
endosteel
structure.
structure. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like that number. That number's not much better either. um, Either we hit or we don't. Why am I not seeing my range field of fire? There we go. Oof. Rough.
Yeah.
He's got
Not
some.
the greatest of pop shots at start, but I mean we'll get into
I
slugging
just
range
had
pretty soon.
one. I just had one that said 16. I was like, God damn.
Oh man, I had one for the SRMs that said 17, and I was like, did they go up that high?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, look at that. Everything fires, but nothing hits.
Yeah, that's probably best case scenario for me.
It's definitely a good scenario for all of us.
Yep,
Except for the round count. It's just like, oh, that was a boring ass round.
yep.
2 heat on the board. Otherwise, I think there's no real thing to record there. So go ahead and initiative. That Griffin is moving last, and that's a little scary given its ECM
Range
coverage and whatnot.
capability.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's gonna be a bit of a problem. But okay.
yeah. Thunderbolt going first again, eh?
Oh man. May have to change up my initial plan of attack slightly.
I don't like that I'm basically walking down a cliff, but
You're
I
like,
do like that I have some height advantage on you, but it's not going to be considerable enough to make any advantage. So we're just going to have to go with that.
we're gonna have to get into spitting distance or knife fighting range.
Yep. Well, crabs do a pretty good job of keeping up, so that's good.
Yeah, yeah. 5'8", if I'm not mistaken.
If they're running, yeah, 5'8".
And then
Was Jenner going last?
my Jenner is going last, and then your Griffin will counter whatever my Jenner does. So
Yep.
only slightly annoying, by the way.
I would imagine it's only slightly. However, the Griffin does have enough power to pop a Jenner from behind. So
I mean, anything carrying a medium laser or two can pop a Jenner from behind as long as
yeah.
they hit.
Hmm.
And as you can tell, I actually was thinking about this earlier this past week. Thinking about how I was going to prep for this match, and previously the Marik Industrialists had been rather trolly at various points, especially against the Golden Suns. To the point
Yeah.
where, if you recall, there was a match versus the Golden Suns where I basically mimicked their lineup just to
Yeah.
troll the shit out of it. And then I lost that match. That was the one match of the season I lost. I was so angry about that. Um, but so I'm sitting here trying to think of what I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Firing
do.
around.
Yep, trying to think of what I'm gonna do to troll the honeybees for this season or this match. And the best I came up with was You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come out like as part of my walkout intro. I'm gonna have like these people or these mechs wearing the beekeeper outfit or painted to look like they're wearing the beekeeper outfit and having smoke generators pumping out smoke to make it look like they're trying to calm or pacify the bees.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty funny, except I didn't know if it was gonna you know what it would look like, I guess, for lack of a better way to phrase it.
You would have had to have taken some artistic liberties,
Oh yeah.
but setting fire to the forest would have been a smoke for the bees.
Well, I mean, this would have all just been role play. It wouldn't have been an actual
Oh yeah.
something I would have done on the board. Although now that you bring it up, I probably could have set a bunch of woods on fire just to be an asshole.
Yeah.
That would have been
But you didn't.
hilarious. That would have been hilarious. Yeah, opportunity missed. That's what I hear. Oh, look at that. My Jenner is already getting beat up on. Let's see. Flashman takes some damage as well. Flashman shoots at the Griffin and hits, so your Griffin is going to take some light damage. The Griffin is taking missiles. Wow, look at that. 15 out of 15 hitting the Griffin.
Ooh.
Let's see. The Jenner hits your Thunderbolt. 3 out of 4 lasers, though. Looks like a fair bit of exchange. The Griffin takes more than 20 points of damage, forces a PSR, but of course that's not difficult to overcome.
Not at
So
not at early stages.
no, no. Going into round 3, it looks like we had a fair exchange there. We got some heat
Mm-hmm.
buildup on the Crab. The Jenner's a little bit warm, but nothing unmanageable.
Mm-hmm.
And on the initiative, your Thunderbolt moving after my Jenner. Ooh, we got actually a little bit of 1-1-1-1-1-1 in your favor. Battle value 98 to 97, favoring the Marik so far.
Yes, that's still considered fresh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
All right.
that's like a 0.5% of difference between the two teams as well. So
Yeah.
not really much to be terribly concerned with at this point.
Well, there's tons to be concerned with, and I think it's about 200 and something tons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's almost 200 tons.
It was like 170, 160 was the tonnage for both
Okay,
teams,
okay.
somewhere in
All
that
right.
range.
All right.
I just got to figure out what I want to do here.
Oh, it's gonna be some decision making. I've been studying.
Yeah, you seem to have upped your game a little bit. Perhaps got a practice match or two in the last few weeks.
Well, if I am to go into personal matters, I have had a hell of a time in the last couple weeks not playing this game.
Oh,
Um,
that's unfortunate.
but it's okay. It's resolved itself, and I am happy as a clam.
Well, there you go. I have had, well, obviously I had the postseason. I had,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so I had 2 matches there that I played in because I played against Flowhammer's Golden Suns, kicked him
Mm-hmm.
out, and then I
Mm-hmm.
played against Grimdark James for the, well, and I played against Dragonborn and got them eliminated to have the spirits advanced. So the spirits and the industrialists fought in the finals, and I played against Grimdark James, who's actually arguably got more time with BattleTech history than I do,
Ooh.
having been, associated with BattleTech in one way or another since, for me it's the mid 90s. For him, it's probably more like the early 90s. I think he's got a couple years on me in that regard, but he's also done, demo teams and all sorts of things. So I played him for the finals, and let me tell you, I like barely, barely won. It was only on the most technical of decisions that could have been made, and it was simply
Ooh.
because I
I
had
gotta
a
catch up on that BattleTech history.
well, I caught up. Well, what it was, I think the decision that was made was based almost entirely on remaining battle value percentage, and I had just a little bit more percentage left than he did, and it was like a small margin at that. So, but it was a great match, fun time. I loved it, and looking forward to the next time that James and I face off, so that he could start kicking my ass. And then there's Foe Hammer. Foe Hammer. Ooh, somebody got bogged down.
No,
No?
no, Griffin moved backwards.
Oh, elevation change. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Foe Hammer, I know you're gonna watch this video at some point. Probably not before your match tomorrow. But damn you, Foe Hammer, I'm gonna beat you. I was just looking at the stats, and it's almost literally every time the Mariks and the Golden Suns fought each other, it's gone back and forth. Like 50-50, 60-40. Really freaking annoying. Excuse me.
Hmm.
There it is. Excuse me. But so anyway, back to what I was trying to get at. I've had a few
Yeah.
matches, and I had a couple with my son, my oldest son.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's had some, his experience with the BattleTech universe has been MechWarrior Online and MechWarrior 5, and perhaps one or two other MechWarrior related
Ooh,
titles.
a headshot.
Oh dear. Headshot re-rolled with edge. Thank you for the edge. Okay, Crab takes some damage. Flashman hits the Thunderbolt. Nothing new. Crab hits the Flashman. Flashman's already taken damage. Thunderbolt hits the Thunderbolt, so the both
Now, from what I
Thunderbolts.
remember, the Jenner was out of sight for most of it.
Um, he was out of he had range on the Thunderbolt, but he didn't shoot.
Okay. Because line of sight was blocked, from what I remember.
Yeah, he was able to shoot at your Thunderbolt. He just chose not to because
Okay.
he was a little warm.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I've had a couple of matches with my son who has some experience with the BattleTech universe, but not hardly any really with Megamech. So, and he wanted to join the league, so I've been trying to get him, you
Up
know,
to speed.
basically trained up, for lack of a better way to put it. So 97 and 94, you still have the initiative advantage, which is starting to be annoying, to be honest. I'm having shitty rolls because we both have. So I have +1/+1 and +0, and you have a +2 +1. I don't know
And
what
that's
your
it.
Griffin has, but yeah.
Griffin
So
has a +0
so we have almost the same advantage.
profile
Like
for
like
that.
like it shouldn't be that much of a difference between
Yeah.
us. But you keep getting initiative, and it's RNG.
It's
Just
those
take the wheel.
boxcars.
Yeah,
It's those
exactly.
boxcars.
Yeah.
All right. So I pretty well
Son of
resolved
a
that in my head.
bitch! I did not look at the order. I was looking at the numbers, and I didn't want my Jenner to move first. Motherfucker.
I don't think that was anything you had any control over.
No, it wasn't. It's just I didn't want my damn Jenner to move first.
Yeah. So his decision is either get in range or get out of range.
Yeah. And try to
And the
position.
only people that are available to him is a crab and a thunderbolt.
Yeah. Let's see. 4-6. 4-6. Okay. So what we got to do now is be very, very, very careful with where we put the Jenner.
Yeah, you don't want to get kicked. That's for sure.
No, that would be bad.
That would be bad.
It's
We got
also
some
not.
boggage
It's
over
also
here. I
not
can't
letting
ping on the
me.
map.
Yeah, it's also not letting me get to the hexes I want and have the facing options I want.
Yeah.
Um.
I forget. Do Jenners have jump? Nope.
Yeah, he can jump.
Okay. I only saw that it was oh, I see 7 11 5. Yeah.
I think I'm going to.
Hmm.
Well, I will say that this match is indicating that the honeybees have gotten some of their shit together so far. But whether or not they can keep their shit together well enough to stand up to the random crazy of the Marik Industrialists is a different story.
Yep. Sorry, I'm considering very loudly right now.
No, no, don't do what you got to do. I'm over here humming and trying not to start looking at other random things because it'll pop up on my screen. You know the
ADHD.
things. Yeah, the things you want to look at when you're playing a game with somebody else, and not saying you're taking a long time. Not at all trying to imply that, but the other person who's moving a little bit slower than your brain can run. And you're just
Yep.
like, I really wish I could look at, I don't know, YouTube.com in between terms. But I'm like, can't do that. It'll get recorded. uh, um, I'm gonna eat a bunch of missiles, I think. Yeah, I have never been tested. I've never considered that maybe I'm on any sort of spectrum in any way,
Mm-hmm.
shape, or form
Mm-hmm.
until my. This I don't want it to sound bad because this was never intended as any sort of strike against me, but my previous relationship uh, indicated that perhaps maybe I was because she was able to understand more or less how my brain runs, and so she indicated that maybe I'm on the spectrum or what have you, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm not terribly worried, because I'm functioning well enough otherwise. But it is entirely possible that I could be on the spectrum to a, I guess, limited degree or less
Yep.
impactful than others. But yeah, there are times when I definitely feel like my brain moves far faster than whoever I may be interacting with at that particular moment.
Yep. I it's a constant battle, and medication helps. However, medication also destroys other things. So I mean, it's give and take, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to find that balance, and there really is no other way to call it. It's a balance.
Yep.
And I feel like that applies for a lot of things that when it comes to healthcare, mental health care especially. Let's see
Yep.
what we got going here. Large laser at the Thunderbolt misses. Flashman lights up the Griffin, hitting with just about everything.
Yep.
The Griffin, in response, fires off basically 12 SRMs and only 5 hits Thunderbolt. That could have been a lot worse.
Yep.
Thunderbolt, in response, dumps a bunch of shit at the Griffin and doesn't hit with a whole hell of a lot either. Very unfortunate.
Thunderbolt misses with everything else.
Yeah, 2 medium
Hmm.
lasers get through. Your Thunderbolt misses. Yeah, that's super fortunate for me, especially when you needed an 8 and rolled a 4. AC 20 could have hurt a fuck ton. On
Yep,
an
at
8
40%,
even.
that's not so bad.
I know rolling an 8 or better on 2d6 is those are some decent odds to take. Thunderbolt sitting at 6 heat. Everybody else is managed. And moving into the initiative phase of round 5.
All right,
What
what
are
do
we
we
looking
got
at?
here?
Oh, I finally got initiative. See, I knew if I just bitched about it one time. Excuse me. 97 to 92, or excuse me, 96. 96 to 92 battle value difference. Let's see what
Still
this
fresh.
round brings us. I don't know, that Griffin ain't looking fresh. You see that yellow bar?
Yeah, I do. Griffin's taking a lot of the brunt here.
Well, he's a little dangerous with those 2 SRM6s getting in that close.
Yeah, he is.
And now the crab's coming in to sniff at the weak spots. Yeah, that's right. Get your Griffin out of there. Let me fuck up a crab for a minute.
It's going to incur the wrath of a Jenner in a second, but
Yeah.
this is the only move I've got.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And it's at least you were able to stay on level terrain. That was
Yeah.
helpful for you.
All right, so now it's your Jenner lighting up the back. Yeah. What do you got on that thing? Just the 4 lasers? Okay, that's
4 medium
still
lasers.
bad.
Yeah, no,
Still bad.
it's still problematic. There's no argument there.
Nope. No,
Now,
it is.
let me see. I go here. Shit. Dicey. I think I could do it though. This guy.
Okay.
Hold up. Yep, something's not right here. Okay, never mind.
All right.
Yep,
My
still.
plan sort of went ahead as per normal, so let's just see if this comes to fruition. I don't like the flashman being so in the arc of the crab, but I'm hoping for something else. So
Yeah,
we'll have to
I think I
find.
know what you're doing. I think
Yeah.
if I didn't know any better, and I'm kind of banking on it,
Yeah.
you blasted away at the backside of that thunderbolt.
Perhaps. All right. Jenner hits with 3.
I can live with that.
Right leg, right arm,
and left torso. That I don't want. I wanted all rear shots, but whatever. I guess we take what we get.
Mm-hmm.
Large laser at the thunderbolt hitting the right side, not the rear. That's okay. That's okay. Thunderbolt hitting the Griffin. Griffin takes a head hit, gets it re-rolled with edge. Nothing getting through armor yet though.
Okay.
That's and the crab gets mucked up a bit. Crab and the Flashman both taking PSR levels of damage, but no internal structure yet.
Yeah.
AC 20 hit the Flashman from the Thunderbolt. 20 damage to center torso. Shit.
Yeah.
That's a good hit, and that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to start thinking about that. Yeah. Nice shot.
Thank you.
That pilot's sitting there going, yes!
Yeah, that's just straight in Mech Warrior Online fucking levels of just I shot you.
Yep, I got him, boss. I got him. Okay, what are we at? Oh, and I managed a position where you couldn't retaliate
Yep,
in physicals.
yep,
That's even better.
yeah.
Right
That was a
leg
good,
kick and a left leg kick. Uh,
and we're good.
and everybody is still standing. It's still no internal damage going into round 6. Heat is
Yes.
manageable across the board at 4 or less. And initiative is mine again.
Omar.
And look at that. Look at that drop in battle value for the honeybees.
Yeah, yeah,
94 to 86. Still
yeah,
close,
yeah.
but still in
I
my
need to do
favor.
something drastic, but I think I've done what it is that my plan was, and I've gotten some results, so that's good.
Yeah. Yep. You've chipped away some major chunks of armor, especially on the Flashman, taking that AC-20 shot to the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are one or two other things working in your favor, such as the Jenner, who is going to be super hot if he stays committed.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the hotter that Jenner gets, the less he can shoot. That is my favorite. Well, no, it's probably about my favorite light mech. Is that Jenner 7F?
I'm pondering.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 minutes, so
Oh yeah,
use your time wisely. If you need a few seconds to
absolutely.
think, by all means.
The other two moves are clear cut, but what I'm doing with the crab is definitely going to be a risky gambit.
Yeah, you have to be considering the moment. Look at the field the way it is at the moment. You have to think about where you want to put that guy.
Yeah.
Do you think about disengaging or attempting to disengage, or do you try to line up where you think your opponent will end up? And then what do you do if you're wrong?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take the hit to my to hit ratio and move out to this way.
Not a bad call to make.
No, but not great. But
No.
considering the circumstances, I mean the wide arc, that's good. So the way I see it, I see you're dedicating with that Jenner, but that's okay. That's what I
Well,
figured.
there's other things I did with that Jenner too. If you look at his if you mouse over him for a second,
Yeah, I see it.
I had to get a little creative.
Yeah, but the way I see it is the Flashman has to do something, but he's gonna be showing his back and his front to someone.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah.
It's no matter where I go. Don't want to get kicked. Don't want to get shot with a PPC. Those two SRM6s are the bigger problem. So let's
Especially with a damaged torso.
we do that. Okay, I know what I need to do. All right. That puts the Thunderbolt at medium range for your SRMs. Still at short range for the PPC though, which is just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it's a target-rich environment, so we'll have to see what I knew about on.
yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Flashman's a little bit faster than you thought it was, wasn't it?
It was a little bit faster, yeah.
It's a 5.8, not a 4.6. Had it been a 4.6, I would not have been able to pull that off as well. Let's see. Really? Son of a bitch.
What is it? Never mind.
I had 11s and 12s for medium lasers and LRMs on that Griffin, so I had to do something a little bit different there that I didn't really want to do.
All right. Hoping for the best.
Oh my. Oh shit. Fuck me. The first thing I see is not good. Ow, that hurts a lot. All right, let's start at the top and work our way down
Okay.
here. Jenner gets 2 out of 3 shots off on the Thunderbolt. The Griffin hits with the ERPPC. Nothing major there. Thunderbolt hits with the, or doesn't hit with large laser. Your Thunderbolt hits me with an AC-20 to the left torso, leaving 2 armor. The problem here is 2 large lasers lash out at the from the crab, and one of them hits the engine and the standard gyro on the Flashman, crippling it
Yep.
on a single shot. However, god damn it, I still didn't manage to do anything big. Ugh.
Your flashman's still standing though, probably because it has four legs.
No, it's 2 legs. It's we have a pilot with a base piloting skill of 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He needed a 5 for those 2 rolls. Can we say thank you, Jesus, for some training? Jesus. Let's see what we got here. Thunderbolt gets kicked by the Jenner. Thunderbolt punches the Flashman, hits the head. He gets punched in the face. Man, that Flashman's just like, man, fuck this day. Fuck this day entirely. It gets re-rolled with Edge, though. It takes some internal structure to the center torso. That is fucking problematic. The Flashman does take out the armor on the leg, getting some criticals on
And a
the
heat sink.
Thunderbolt. Yeah, and a heat sink on your Thunderbolt. So that's going to jump your Thunderbolt up to heavy damage. But I think the Flashman may have to reasonably think about getting the fuck out of the fight.
Okay. Well, you do the signal flare in a minute if you want.
8 heat on the crab, 7 on my Flashman.
Yep. Well, flashman started with 35.
Yeah, he
Engine hit, right?
Oh no, yeah, it was the engine hit. That's what bumped it up. I was actually sitting there because I was like, I didn't go up to 35. I went up to 32 or 3. Maybe. I don't know. Ooh, your crab is moving last.
And is in center fucking maps. That's great.
So that's actually really good for you because he can respond to whichever threat is larger.
Yep.
88 to 80 going into round 7.
This is chipping away.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I get the signal flare, or am I waiting for your turn for your initiative?
I think the Flashman is going to try to stick it out one more round. He's in kind of a mucked up shape, but I think he can still fight at least a little bit longer. More likely, what will happen is you'll get a good shot in somewhere and it'll kill him.
Yeah.
But I think the Flashman's going to at least try to effectively go down fighting.
Okay.
I think I can still manage to pull something off, even though I'm about to lose him. Ooh. Ooh, now that's interesting. That is very, very interesting.
All 3 mechs jammed.
Huh?
The old 80s action movie, shoulder to shoulder. We're going down
Yeah,
fighting
yep. And they start spinning around each other.
and shooting like assholes.
Yep, exactly. Oh no.
But
Oh
never mind.
no. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Let me.
Yeah,
Hang on.
resend your oh no's
Yeah,
and
let me recalculate because I thought I couldn't, and then I may have misread some stuff here. So,
okay.
oh yeah, we're doing that. Need a 4. Boom, got it. Okay, cool. All right, now whether or not he survives through the firing phase is a different story, but uh, we'll see. We will see. I guess asking for a jumping thunderbolt would just be a little too much.
That would be a terrifying thing.
That's like
First of all,
that's like the Victor, knowing that it can jump. It's like 100-ton mech that will just fuck you up, and it jumps. Actually, I don't
yeah,
know.
not
I
far,
think the
but
Victor's like 90 or 95, but either way,
yeah. Yeah, it's not a far jump, but it's a jump
no,
nonetheless.
it's enough. It's enough of a jump. That's the
It's
problem.
enough to sneak up on you.
Yeah. Forget that it's a jumping assault mech, and then all of a sudden it just jumps on your face. You're like, ah!
Okay, so you've succeeded your role.
Yeah, I made my PSR to do the running while busted gyro. We'll see if the rest of that maneuver comes off or not. Hmm. Let me see here. Oh, how it's gonna work out. Oh, I think I've been calculating rear arc a little bit incorrectly. And we'll see. Whatever. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens here. What did I put in that flash man? Lamo Mar. This match is going quite a ways for there to not be any kills. What is this? Round 7, right?
So what happens if I get to 29 heat on a crab?
I don't. Honestly, I really don't know, but I feel like the answer is somewhere in the neighborhood. Boom. But you don't
Yeah.
have ammunition on there,
No.
so I think your reactor is
I
just
think it
gonna
just
shut
shuts
down.
off.
Yeah, it's gonna shut
Yeah.
down. Pretty sure.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Crab loses internal structure on the left leg. Where am I? That takes it Crab up to moderate damage. Finally, another Thunderbolt. Or excuse me, the Thunderbolt takes a 20-point damage clump to the center torso. So both of my bigger mechs are just having toilet paper for chest armor right now.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt missed everything on the Griffin. Oh my god.
It was a jump.
Yeah.
Crab hits almost everything.
Yep. Flashman takes a few hits. PSRs are rolled but still standing, which means that when we go into the physical phase, now he just has to make sure that charge hits. Let's see. Ooh. Let's not. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Ooh. Oh, wow. I didn't realize the CT on the Flashman had so little structure left.
Very nice.
He just charged himself to death. That's amazing. Who gets the kill credit for that? The pilot of the Flashman gets the kill credit for that. It doesn't count,
Yep.
of course. I guess we could give that to who was he? Who was shooting at him last?
Everybody.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah.
Last center torso shot was definitely the crab. Though.
Yeah, the crab, because that hit the center torso, knocked it down to 4 internal structure remaining. So we'll go ahead and give that to the crab.
Oh my god.
That is amazing. Oh, fuck me. All
And I
right.
succeed my standing roll.
All right, so the crab gets killed for the TDR-5S. That is really bad for me. Let's see. The
No, crab
Thunderbolt.
gets the FLS 8K.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yep, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. Good call. FLS 8K. That one is defeated. It may be actually totally destroyed. I'm not sure.
We'll see in a second.
Yeah, we'll see shortly. And the Thunderbolt taking internal structure damage. So finally it
11
is...
remaining.
Oh, he's already... Hold up. Did I mark the wrong...
I'm already heavy because of the
Oh,
right leg.
yeah. Yep. And the Thunderbolt is still standing. That is... yucky.
Crab does not shut down.
Hold on. Don't click done yet. I'm
not done.
I'm looking at the full round report. Okay, no, I'm good. Crab is at 13 heat, and the Jenner is at 6. I'm down a heavy. All right, I'm good to go whenever you are.
Yeah.
47 to 77, a big drop, and I'm losing initiative here.
Yep. But we only have 2 rounds left here, so...
Yeah, well, 3. 3 rounds.
3 rounds, okay.
Well, it's going to go one of 2 ways, and most likely in your favor, because... let's see. Okay. Hey, Flash, man. Jesus. Well, like I said, I was gonna get one more round out of him.
Yep.
And that's
you
exactly
did,
what happened.
And the pilot survived, so that's all that's important. And we got a boom out of it.
Oh, I didn't even look to see if the pilot took damage. Let me see. Did the pilot? You know, technically, that does count as a melee kill, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
For when we do the fan mod roll.
Oh God.
And only nominally. Well, hold on, no, because the crab shot at the shit, and it. I don't know. I'll have to adjudicate that here shortly. They did manage to move the crab. It's interesting. They don't have much in the way of firepower. However, surprise, motherfucker!
Just a tactical nuke.
No, I flipped arms on the Jenner.
Yeah, you did. I see that. There's an animation for it.
Yep. Surprise, motherfucker. Excuse me. I'm so easily amused.
That's okay. All right. What are you doing with that Thunderbolt?
Whatever the hell I want.
Yep. Jenner.
Oh, Griffin.
Oh, takes it down to internal.
Yep, he got that one to hit on the center torso. Nothing else hit, though. Oh, man, my Jenner is getting beat up. Head hit, re-rolled. My Thunderbolt's losing critical slots. Son of a bitch. Let's see. Thunderbolt critical slots is heavy damage. Let's see. Your Thunderbolt eats a bunch of shit. Takes internal damage, but your Thunderbolt's already been mucked up. Piloting
From behind,
rolls.
mostly.
Yeah. Piloting rolls are still good. Let the Kickfest melee phase go. I think this is where you are able to claim a victory. Nope, not yet. Right leg, armor destroyed on your Thunderbolt. I've already got him marked up that far, though. The Jenner... Ooh, that Jenner's got to watch his backside. Let's see. Thunderbolt. All PSRs are made. Moving into round 9. 10 heat on the Jenner and 9 on the Crab.
Those run hot though.
Yes, yes. And I don't like running that hot on my Jenner, but he can definitely go. He has no ammo to worry about. The initiative
Yeah.
order is still favoring you, and we are only 12 percentage points away from the Marik's losing,
Yeah.
which is effectively one mech. And I am not in a good spot with my Thunderbolt right now.
Considering the Thunderbolt goes first, right?
Yep.
Okay. Jammed. I'm doing a great job at this. You know, I see that cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just trying to open up as much range as possible here.
Yeah.
And if I had one more point, I'd have turned so that you would be less likely to get either of your mechs into my rear arc. Although maybe that's what I need is them to be in my rear arc. There might be more armor back there. There actually is, across the 3 torsos, there is more armor in the backside.
Yeah, I've been lighting up the front on that.
Yeah, the right torso has none. The center torso has 1. Left torso is at 10. He's pretty well screwed. Let's see. What are we looking at here? What? All right, let's see what we got.
All right. Well, this
I
is
have
last round,
the
is it?
I have the entire Canopian team in front of my Thunderbolt. I wonder what the odds are that my Thunderbolt continues to move after this for this round. Oh man.
All things considered, that's a great question.
Yeah, it really is. The only thing in my advantage or to my favor here is the fact that all 3 of them have a little bit of bangage on them. It's just they're not all very like in a good spot.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be rolling a lot of dice in a second, apparently.
Yep. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Thunderbolt takes a few hits. Obviously, the Thunderbolt's going to take some hits. And you finally
All
and
the
you got
hits.
you took the left torso with that AC-20 round, by the way. The one that had all the armor left on it.
Yep.
Let's see. Griffin. Oh no, the engine and the standard gyro combo. The Thunderbolt is crippled. Let's see.
Yeah.
Crab hits. Thunderbolt returns fire and gets a few decent hits in, just nothing really to write home about. Jenner gets, oh wow, the Jenner managed to hit the head and re-rolled it because of edge. Thunderbolt is still standing. Thunderbolt is still standing.
Yep.
He's gonna be super hot though with that engine hit. In round 10, 11 heat on the Crab, 10 on the Jenner, and 8 on the Thunderbolt. Griffin moves first, and then my 2, and then yours. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you are
I'm in a bad spot. I'm in a very,
Eight
very bad spot.
8.23% away from the loss.
Yeah, this is the final round. So if I don't kill, I have to kill a heavy. I have to. If I can manage to get 2 kills, that's the only way I'm going to win. Unless you... Hey.
I
I don't see a way to win this match right now. I'm not going to give up, though. I can't let... I mean, I don't want to show favoritism here, but I can't let the Mariks be the team that gets... I don't know. Can't let the Mariks just be, fuck it, we're done. You know what I mean?
No.
Hmm.
No changing face on the first round, that's for sure.
Yeah. World champions don't give up in the first, in the last quarter of the first game. That's the way I'm looking at it. Interesting placement on that Griffin, by the way, because you could torso twist and put him in the front arc, so you could slap him with all those SRM6s. But I don't get. I don't. I had a thought that went with that, and it disappeared as soon as I started talking.
That's okay.
Fucking shocker for anybody that knows me. They got to go all in here.
Yep.
Gotta
focus something.
Yep. Gotta do the most we can with what we got. Jesus Christ, a fucking 9. All right,
Oh, come on.
let's see. Let's see. Crab takes out some arm stuff. My Thunderbolt takes out. Ooh, I got a hip and it destroyed a leg. It's not gonna be enough though. It's not gonna make a difference. Section destroyed, limb blown off on the Thunderbolt when he fell over.
Yep.
It's not going to be enough, though. I had to get a kill in order to... And it had to be a heavy in order to win the match. We'll see. Yep. What are you reaching up here for? Go away. My cat's back. Uh-oh. Come on. Figure out how to work our way around. Can you hear me? Or can I hear you? Nope. Can I hear you now?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, there we go.
All right, so I punched the center torso, but wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, it just wasn't.
Yep.
Heat phase. Everybody's running hot. Will you stop, cat? Oh my god. Can I hear you still?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
Graveyard contains Flashman.
That means I don't have to make a roll for that guy. All right, so Mega Mech considers that a draw. Despite victory, a strange game, the only winning move is not to play. They call it a victory, and yet they throw the draw message at you. So weird. Okay.
Yeah, they called it a victory for me too.
Yeah. So that's 2 victory points apiece. You killed a heavy that was not utterly destroyed, so that's only 3 points, giving you a total of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get any kills for a total of 2. Let me make sure I'm not skipping any steps here. So yeah, technically, all things considered, you won. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You had a plus. You get. Oh, let me pull the rules up. Make sure I'm not. You were about to say something, I think.
Yeah, no, I was just pumped to be back in the saddle.
Yeah.
This was a really good entrance back into it.
And to take down one of the stronger teams of the league too in a match that was effectively under your control after probably the first couple rounds and the whole rest of the way.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
Let's get through all of this. So post-match, determine who won. We just did that. Number of victory points. Yep. Fans. All right, you get +1 because you won. I'm going to go ahead and say, because technically a physical attack did kill a mech, it just wasn't exactly the way the rule was meant, but whatever.
Amendment incoming, right?
Possibly. All right, so 2d6, and then I'll add 3 to it for your to see how many more fans you gained or lose, as the case may be. 5 plus.
Ah,
It's okay. You still have that +3, so that helps. So we'll get a +1 fan.
okay.
You will also get, of course, because you're what's the word I'm looking for? Sponsorship. You'll actually get +2 fans, so for a total of +3.
Okay.
And that'll get added onto your roster shortly.
Okay.
I guess I might as well do the industrialist side. So they'll have a 2d6 +1, and let me explain how that works. So they got a -1 for losing, but because a mech was killed by physical, there's a +2, so that counters out to a +1 total. I feel like that's fair, considering how that mech melee kill went.
Yeah, it was a
So
kill. It wasn't the one
yeah,
we
it
wanted
wasn't the
to die.
targeted mech, but it was a mech that was killed. So it's
Yep.
+1 fan for that. But they don't get the other stuff. So +1 fans. All right, wealth. Wealth is accumulated based on. So you get. So you. Oh my God, brain work. You have 5 victory points. I have 2. That's a total of 7.
Mhm.
That means you earn 17 wealth from the win.
Mm-hmm.
You have 5 wealth from your sponsorships. Double check my math. Yep, 5 from that. The Mariks get 7 wealth from the match, and nothing else. But they do get their maintenance and repair costs reduced by 5, so that's helpful. We'll get to that in just a moment. We're gonna do the draft
Lovely.
next. So for the first roll, you have it's a 2d6. You're gonna have a +1 because you won the match, and that's the only modifier that currently applies. So go ahead and make a 2d6 +1 roll for a total
So
of
5.
5, which means none of your team has been drafted. I am going to make a 2d6 -1 for the industrialists for a total of 2, which means nobody wants the industrialists on their team. So right now, everybody's kind of looking at the industrialists as if, hey, you guys were cool, but you can't keep banking on being cool once upon a time. All right, expenses. Maintenance. Let's start with you. You have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mechs.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are maintained, so 3 for maintenance. Salaries. Pilots. 2 for all your green and regulars. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wealth paid out for salaries. What's next after that? Repair costs. We'll get to that in a minute. That's going to take a little bit more number crunching. So I'm going to do for the Mariks. They have. That's not the Mariks. That's the Mariks. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 max. Minus the 3 is 5. I do believe all of them are maintained. Okay, so it's -5 for maintenance. What was the other one? Oh, salaries. That's it. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus Christ.
Yep. That adds fast.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have when you've got all these good dudes on your team. All right, now we'll do repair costs. You have a Griffin at work with me. So you have a medium mech, moderate damage. Medium moderate is 3, but in this case it's the Griffin, so it's actually 8 because of the
Yes.
advanced.
+5.
Yep, +5 with the advanced technologies.
Yeah.
Your crab is I almost said a 20. Medium with moderate damage. That is also 3. for a total of 11 so far. Your Thunderbolt, heavy damage, 6. So that is a total of 17 in repair costs.
I broke even, sort of.
Sort of. um, medical. Where's my thing? Let me see. What does the mech screen say? I don't think any of the pilots were actually injured,
Nope.
which is really interesting and fortunate. So no medical costs. Let's do the Mariks real fast. We have the Flashman, the heavy mech, crippled. 8 plus 3, 11, because it's an advanced mech. God damn. Thank God for that -5 bonus for maintenance and repairs or whatever. Thunderbolt, crippled. Another 8. That's 19. Holy shit. And the
You want to
Jenner.
rerun those numbers, or
No. I mean, I think I'm right. Am I right? Am I
no?
making
No,
a mistake?
I mean for like the rules.
Oh, I mean, no. I mean, I will adjust if it comes up.
Yep.
But let's see, Jenner light with light damage. That's only going to be 1, so that's a total of 20 for repairs. Holy crap! Minus the sponsorships, of course. So let's go ahead and input the numbers for you, Canopians. Repair cost was 17.
Mm-hmm.
Medical was 0.
Mm-hmm.
You had a total of 5 from your wealth. Oh God, sponsorship. What are we calling that? We're gonna call that the win sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
You also get fans, but I didn't add that in right away. I'll take care of that in a second. Okay, so 17 from the match. Then we go to the general info tab, and you have 15. You gained a total of 3, making it 18. All the numbers should automatically carry over. So then we come to here and we add 14. And you went from 32 to 41 on that overall.
Jesus.
So earned 17. Your fans gave you 14, including your new ones. You paid 10 wealth and salaries, 3 in maintenance, and 17 in repairs. Received 3 from the marketing midweek event, and then 5 from winning. Because, your sponsor's like, hey, if you win more matches, we'll pay you more money.
Yeah.
So you actually increased by 9, which is not bad so far.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do the Marik's numbers. Marik's earned 7 wealth for the match. They picked up 1 fan, taking him from 29, 30 fans. Finances. So they earn 20 wealth from income. Maintenance is 5. Their repair costs are -20. Medical is 0. They receive from their bonuses or maintenance or sponsor rather. This is 5. No. What am I trying to say? Repair costs reduce. Five. So ironically, you went up by 9, and it looks like the Mariks went down by 9,
Oh.
which isn't horrible. It was mostly the repair costs for the Mariks that tanked them. They took a net repair cost of 15,
Yep.
or a net maintenance and repair was -20 total.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was bad. 20 wealth just for repairs and another 5 for maintenance. And then of
Yeah,
course
that was massive.
yeah, that's a big one. That is a big one. Okay, what is next on my little cheat sheet? Make sure I'm not missing anything. We got maintenance, we got salaries, we got repair, we got medical. Oh yeah, now we gotta do repair rolls. This is where you'll want to have slash roll 1d6 copied and pasted. Or copied, you know what I mean. Because I gotta figure out target numbers real quick. Only takes a second. Come on. I need a new mouse. All right. You have on your Griffin, which is moderately damaged, you have an elite pilot, or excuse me,
Yeah.
elite tech. So elite tech with moderate damage, you need to roll a 3+. We'll get to that in a moment. Your crab is also a medium. It has
Rolled a 10.
You did. Nice.
Yeah.
Prepared. All right. Your medium moderate damage with a regular tech is a 4+. Oh no, you rolled a 10 on 2d6. You got to roll it on 1d6.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Roll 1d6. I was gonna say
So the
that
first
seems a little
one,
high.
yeah, I wasn't paying. I marked it repaired without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need a 3+ for the griffin and a 4+ for the crab.
Yeah. So Griffin, that would help if I had.
The slash roll. Good to go for the griffin. Now a 4+ for the for the crab. All right, go
No.
ahead. All right, so you have 3 edge, so you have 3 additional rolls for that particular mechanic. 2 more. 1 more. Wow. Okay, your crab is not repaired.
Nope.
That's okay.
I'll have to worry about that next time.
Yep. All right, your heavy mech with heavy damage, a veteran heavy, is a 4+. Total, a grand total of three rolls for this one. So you'll need, Jesus Christ, short-term brain. I didn't write it down.
4.
Heavy veteran 4+.
6.
Good to go. Repaired. All right, let me go ahead and update your spreadsheet real quick before I forget. Where
Okay.
is my mouse? I say that a lot. Where is my mouse? Because it freaking wanders off the not wanders, but anyway. Let's see.
I got like 3 screens for work, and none of them are in any particular order, so I have to go off onto different sides. It's actually
Yep.
set up like a triangle, and it's hilarious. Insurance sales is killing, by the way.
And then let's highlight that so we can see it right away. Moderate damage. All right. Now,
You can hear me clearly, by the way. I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a new mic.
yeah. No, it sounds really good actually. I just hadn't thought about the quality of it versus previous sessions.
Oh, that was terrible before.
Yeah.
I was using the microphone on my
Crippled.
webcam.
It's a 4+. The Thunderbolt is also crippled with a regular, so it's going to be a 5+.
Mm-hmm.
And the light with only light is a green. Oof. Why did I put a green mech on that, or green tech on that guy? All right, so I've got a 4, 5, and a 4. My first one has several rerolls. So
Yep.
1d6, copy, paste, 2+. I get a total of 6. That's 6, 5. Nope. 5, 4. That is repaired. That's the Flashman. Now for the Thunderbolt, I need a 5+ with a total of 5 rolls. So 1, good. And lastly, the Jenner, needing a 4 with a total of 3 rolls. And he's good. All the mechs on the Marik's team are good to go. So that is the repairs. I do believe that is the last thing for... Oh, nope, experience points. I got to add experience points up. So 1 for winning, 1 for the kills. The Mariks only get 1. So this will take a quick second. That includes the text as well. Can't forget that. So, pilots. Mariks. Omar gets 1. Copeland gets 1. And Perkty gets 1. And then the techs. Who we got? Taub gets 1. Shade gets 1. And Galio gets 1. Alright, that takes care of the Mariks. Save. Pretty sure that's everything I need. Oh, I didn't change this. So they lost, and their current victory points are 2. save. I think that's everything, but I'm going to leave that up and review it shortly. All right. And experience points for your crew. Starting with your pilots. Noah Rolnick gets 3. Nope, 2. Noah Rolnick gets 2. Baker gets 3. Taking him up this. Hold up. Okay, I did that right. 3 for Baker, take him up to 6, and then 2 for Susanti, taking them up to 4. And then your 3 techs that were in the match. Jim Bob gets 1. Ngumbo gets 1. I don't even know if I said his name right, but whatever. And Fred gets 1. Oop, that's not the right number. That's the right number. All right. And update this page here. So 1 and 5. And I think that is everything on the match. Double checking my tech list. Experience. And now for the back into the interview room
Okay.
with Olaf, who is, as you may recall, Olaf, of course, he's always been a big fan of the Marik Industrialists, and he's always tried to be fair and impartial, but of course he's let comments slip, as I'm sure you can recall, about how he's always favored the Mariks. And he says, well, Lou, what an impressive showing. You had control of that fight after the first few seconds or so, and you didn't let it go, and you kept the pressure up, and you beat my boys. Congratulations, well, I can't use that word, but you jerk.
Thank you, Omar. Yeah, so as I've been saying earlier than the match, we have been working on cohesion and trying to stay in the proper positioning so to actually apply pressure. And I think that training has paid off, and we will be continuing on in that fashion.
I cannot disagree. From what I saw, I've had my time in the mech pilot seat, in the cockpit. But I don't, I did a little bit here and there, but, like you, I once was a fellow wanderer of the mech streets until I took a shot in the knee. I don't know. I was trying to make a fucking Skyrim reference there.
Just a bullet.
Just until I took a PPC to my knee. Anyway, no. Your tactical assessment and application of your next move was actually pretty good. We did not expect to see that, and I don't, I said it before. I like the Honeybees. You guys have always come out and you've definitely put up a good fight whenever you can, even if things didn't go well for you. You still made it difficult for your opponents, and tonight especially, you took control. Like I said, you had the initiative, you had the advantage, you pressed it, you pushed it, you shoved it into the Marik's face, in fact, and didn't let up, which is ironic when you think about a honeybee, or in this case, maybe something closer to a hornet. You piss them off, and you're not getting away. They're relentless, and you definitely pulled that off. And congratulations on your win. Congratulations on your first win of the season, and here is to many more over the next several weeks. We've got, of course, eight more weeks of competition for the regular season, and definitely going to be hoping to see your team in the playoffs this year. And maybe this time
that's the plan.
Maybe this time you can walk away with the cup and tell the Golden Suns to shove it.
The Golden Suns are definitely going to be the competition this year, as with a lot of the teams. I think the understanding is that in our current year, people have a better understanding of what the tournament entails and how to manage the team on and off the field a little bit more. So it's going to be tough competition. I'm not going to make any light of that. And the teams have had more experience than I are going to continue running the show for a lot of it.
Yeah, definitely. We are, of course, very much looking forward to see what you can bring to the field, both literally and statistically, figuratively, whatever the case might be. But again, congratulations on your win. Coming up, my friends, after this, we have another look into some of our periphery friends, in this case, the Magistrati of Canopus, and some of their cultural ideas that, as it turns out, in fact, the Honeybees are here to help facilitate the exchange of cultural ideas. But Anyway, we have a nice little show to present here shortly. And once we're done with that, we'll have our next match of the week. Thank you. We'll be back in a few after these short words. And then, of course, now we go uh, off camera, out of character, whatever. Luke, I definitely had a few thoughts about
Yeah.
how the honeybees would do against the industrialists in their very first match. You took a heavy and two mediums onto the
Yeah.
field against two heavies and a light.
Yeah.
And listen, if I really don't want to use the words "kick the shit out of them," but
I did not.
no, but you definitely got them kicked around.
I
And
got the win, and by some margin. I think if this would have lasted another 50 seconds, this would have been a win for me entirely. If this was a Merc battle, and honestly, a bit of luck and a little bit of tactics involved in actually keeping my units in place was like so beneficial.
yeah, your positioning seems to have improved from what I remember of only a
Yeah,
handful of weeks ago.
and something that I noticed was running for a heavy is a death sentence. Um, Now I haven't had a lot of matches lately because of reasons. But running for a heavy is a death sentence because of the 2 hit ratio, and you need to hit with a heavy.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So running is a very tactical thing, and if you've noticed, my Thunderbolt never actually went above walking speed this entire match. Stayed at walking.
you know, when you have favorable terrain, that's not a horrible idea because you always want to get at least 3 hexes worth of movement, so you can get a minimum of +1 evasion modifier as far as
Yeah.
being hit.
And with
Uh,
the Thunderbolts 3 and 6, I believe.
4 and 6, but yes, yeah,
4 and 6,
you
okay.
can get that even with even with a little bit of terrain in your way, you can still get 3 hexes out of 4 points. Not
Yeah.
too hard.
And the
Um,
facing also very important, not twisting around
yes,
too much. I've noticed that I'm losing out on hits that I should have gotten simply because I was twisting in and out of weird positions. And it occurred to me while fencing that twisting around multiple opponents leaves you open for them, and also you're not hitting. You're
right,
swiping.
right, and that's one thing when, like, for instance, one of the things I usually do, and I feel like this is like the natural response is when you lose initiative, you want to back off, and I feel like that's kind of like the newbie move because you don't know how to handle the situation.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking anybody, you, myself, or any other player of the game, but like when you lose initiative and when you're already engaged, how do you take that L
And
and
then
turn
continue the engagement.
and continue to where you could still be effective on the field as opposed to backing off and hoping for the best. Sometimes
Yeah.
backing off and hoping for the best really is your only option, depending on the
Yeah.
situation. The Thunderbolt with 3 enemy mechs directly in his front, only a couple hexes away, backing off was literally the only thing I could do to mitigate, not prevent,
Mhm.
but mitigate any of your mechs making it to my backside.
Yeah,
Which, as it
and
turned out, might have been the better idea anyway because
the light
I
up.
had more armor in my back than I did in my front at that point.
But I did like my Griffin positioning at that last moment.
Yeah,
That was a good one. To try to make sure that I had the arc on both the grit on the Thunderbolt and on the Jenner with an extended PVC or with the SRMs,
yeah,
and it really worked in my favor.
yep. Well, everything managed to work out in the end. Not to downplay anything, but everything just had happened to add up. You know, one here, two here, a one
Yep.
here, a three there. Everything
Yep.
added up to you winning, despite. Well, I'll say this: like, obviously I didn't rush in terribly aggressively like I could have. I definitely wanted to use the Jenner as a flanking piece, which is usually what I do with it.
And you
Um,
did, and I expected as much.
yeah,
And
and I think
yeah.
and the best part, I think, at least in your favor, is you pretty much ignored the Jenner. You're like, yeah,
Yep.
he's just gonna eat my ass, whatever. Okay, maybe that wasn't
there
the
was
best way to phrase
there
it,
was
but
there's literally nothing else I could do about it because Jenner was beating me on initiative, and I was banking on a couple factors that I was hoping that I could get you down to the 25% in time.
yeah,
The Thunderbolt was definitely eaten up in the back. Um, it
He
was,
was.
and and that Jenner hit to the leg that took him, and then his left arm out at the end. That was all contributing factors to the Jenner doing its job.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about a team fight is everyone has to do their job and be in the right position. And I think I did a really good job at separating your forces.
Yeah.
Um,
Which worked a little
because
bit to my advantage, but also at the end of the day, more to yours because you were able to defeat me in detail, as opposed to a big old slugfest in the middle of the map.
yeah, and I don't hope for slugfest. I'm a fencer, you know this.
Yeah.
I hope for more finer details.
Yep. Yeah. It's more about precision than it is a blunt hammer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, I'm super happy to have chatted with you again and everything else. I think you're wrapping this up.
Yeah. We've been going at it for a little while, and we could
Yep.
always armchair quarterback this for another half hour. But I think at the end of the day, your positioning seems to have improved by quite a bit. Not that it was horrible in the beginning, but
Oh,
it's definitely
I
gotten
remember
better.
having I
It's
remember
definitely
having
gotten better.
and like my choice of mechs was a little bit weird too. I remember the enforcer was out of line
Out of the fight, yeah.
for 2 whole rounds once, and I'm
Yep.
like, that's an AC 10 that could have been doing large chunks of damage.
Yep. Exactly. And
Yeah,
I think the mechs you brought to the field tonight too worked well together for
yeah.
what they were doing. You kept up the
And we
pressure.
discovered
Go ahead.
and we discovered that having 29 heat on a crab doesn't do much.
No, I mean you still gotta roll for that shutdown, but that's basically a PSR. So if you got a
Yeah.
good pilot in there, a pilot with a good skill, 1, 2, 3, like some of our pilots, you've got fair odds of not shutting down. Of course, you can always roll a 2 when you need a 3.
Yeah, and
RNGesus
honestly,
is a right bastard when it comes to something like that.
yeah.
So, all right, my
Yeah,
friends.
it went out. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I
No,
didn't
it
mean to
went
cut you
well.
off. Yeah.
It went well. I'm happy.
Yes, and that was a good fight. I wish I won, but it was definitely a good fight, and it wasn't what I was hoping it wouldn't be, which would be a raffle stomp in favor of the industrialists.
I'm hoping with my new habits that the raffle stomping will kind of stop.
Well, we are looking forward to it. As much as I would love to see the industrialists take the championship one more time, especially now with this model that we're using. I'm playing all the GM teams, so one thing I'm trying to do is have a little bit different flavor or tactics for each team to give them a little bit more unique personality or what have you. But at the end of the day, I want the players to win. I would like to win because I am a player, but I'm the GM. I want to facilitate you guys having a good experience.
Yeah.
So it's good to see the Honeybees are starting to come around, and I think it fits the narrative of this team that has just been struggling and struggling and struggling. And holy shit, they made it to the finals last year, and look at that, they just took on the Industrialists, which are arguably top 3 or 4 teams in the league. So
Yeah. So yeah, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
It's good to be back in the saddle. Thank you for organizing all of this and making any of this possible.
I appreciate that. I have a lot of fun with it. My brain
Good.
runs at 900 miles an hour, and it's
You need an outlet.
Yeah, I need an outlet. This
Yeah.
is what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I do graphic design, and I make a mobile game actually right now.
Nice.
While I'm at work and doing what I do at work, I'm also doing those things because I'm just like, well, I have to do something with my hands while the customer's talking at me for that 10 seconds. And I'm like, I could write another line of code.
You know what? I get the opposite side of that. So I'm driving down the road for, like I mentioned earlier, I'm driving for like 8 hours a day, making deliveries and whatnot. And the whole time, my brain is off in how do I turn this idea into a scenario or a scene in a game for my players, or how do I do this? How do I get from this point to that point and make it seem like, not necessarily seamless, but make it seem at least realistic or plausible to the viewer.
Yeah.
Let alone what the players might want. So
no, I'm having a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad. That's what I'm here for. I want everybody to have a good time. But speaking of good times, at some point the viewers have already checked out, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Stick around, my friends. We do have more content coming. We have another match scheduled for tomorrow, which means come Monday morning, This video, or excuse me, that video will go live. This video will, of course, go on live by Sunday morning. We've got another match on Tuesday, which means that video will go live on Wednesday. And, of course, none of this means anything if your time zone is more than about 6 hours ahead or behind me, because tomorrow means a totally different thing on that side of the planet. But anyway, I'm rambling, so we're going to get out of here. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed the show. Do keep in touch. We got more coming. Have a good one, guys. And I almost hit